So today was the official launch of MindsEye. They announced this a few months ago. At least that's when I first heard about it. For all I know, they could have announced it years ago. I first heard about it on the State of Play when they first showed the trailer. The graphics are pretty good. It's very cinematic. It's made by one of the developers of Rockstar Games. So far, so good. But then I went and watched the trailer. It started to raise some red flags for me. The way they cut the trailer together, to me, felt like they were hiding something. The gameplay also looked very generic. I thought the driving looked generic. I thought the shooting looked generic. But obviously, I want every game to be great. Obviously not every game's going to be great. So I was still hopeful. But then a lot of my anticipation dies when I found out that yesterday there were no reviews. It's kind of wild. So let's go to this Metacritic site and let's see the reviews right here. Oh, wait a minute. There are also still no reviews on the website. So this is a red flag. The game dropped today. It doesn't drop tomorrow. It doesn't. Not the review embargo drops today. The game was supposed to drop today. And then I later on found out that no review copies were sent out. So to me, it feels like they're hiding something. Some could say maybe it's because of spoiler. That is, I don't know if that ever is going to actually happen in video games. Maybe in a movie. But in video games, I mean, Avengers Endgame. If any movie has a spoiler, it was going to be that movie, and that still had reviews out the day before. Not the day before. I don't know when. But before the movie came out. So right here of no critic score and the user score says it's not going to allow user scores until the 11th, which is tomorrow. Which I like that they're going to give players 24 hours to play the game first and then give their honest opinion of it. Because, nowadays with review bombing, people are not going to play it and then automatically give it a 1 without playing it, which is unfair to the games, even a game like this. And then I started hearing that there was a day 1 patch scheduled and that Xbox wasn't going to be getting their day 1 patch until later on after. And supposedly this day 1 patch is a big deal. It fixes the game. As you can see right here, it includes key refinements right here. Gameplay improvements, visual polish, stability fixes, and performance tuning. When will it pop for extra players? For now, it's usually can't say for sure. It will be made available for Xbox as soon as possible. So supposedly, initially, it was going to miss today. But the interesting thing is, it said, last night, MindsEye developer Build a Rocket Boy warned players on Xbox that game's launch day update would miss its release date due to varied platform certification. The warning has not been scrubbed from the developer's release date Reddit post, and Build a Rocket Boy has told IGN that Xbox players will now be able to download MindsEye as day 1 update after all. That's good. At least they're going to give that. At least it's going to Xbox players are going to be able to download this on day 1. And supposedly, let's see. Okay, so this is the same update that last week Build a Rocket Boy said fans should wait for rather than playing the game before it's released. I never heard that before. Saying that don't play it on day 1, wait first. If that's the case, then they should delay the game. Even if it's ready for 1 and not ready for all of them, even though if it'll suck for PlayStation players, they should delay the game. I'll show you later on. Maybe it's not that bad of a deal that they would delay it anyway. So early reactions to the unpatched version of the game included negative comments branding the game a technical mess. Okay. So to me, this game seems like kind of a mess, at least right now. The fact that it seems like it's broken day 1, which kind of explains why there's no review copies, right? At the very least, even if the day 1 patch fixes some glitches, fixes some frame rate issue, at least most day 1 games are playable, right? But if this game was not playable on day 1, that 100% shows why they did not want this releasing without the day 1 patch. And then it begs the question, why don't they just delay this game. Delay the game a month. Much rather a delayed game than a broken game. I think it was Miyamoto that said a delayed game is eventually good, a bad game is forever bad, or something like that. To that aspect, and even though this game's probably bad regardless, sounds like, actually I'm going to show you that later on. It still would have been a better game, and not this PR nightmare than it is right now. In fact, I was actually looking on Twitter, and one of them was saying this is the biggest scam in gaming since the day before. Now that's a big thing to say. I've not played this game myself, but man. Okay, so now let's look at the Steam reviews. Steam reviews mostly negative. I mean, it's not like overwhelmingly negative, right? I believe on Steam reviews it's overwhelmingly negative, very negative, and then mostly negative. So it's like not the worst reviewed game in the world. So since we can't check out the reviews, let's check out some user reviews. Okay. This is the most popular one. Raise a glass to everyone who took the risk to form their own opinion of the game. Build a Rocket Boy. I genuinely wanted you to pull this off. Sadly, this game plays like crap. It's got that typical bad Unreal Engine feel. The story is somewhat interesting, but the gameplay is unplayable. Wow. It's nowhere near optimized. I'm disappointed now we know why you never handed out review copies. First game and your reputation already destroyed. I don't know why you'd risk that and release the game in this state. Maybe it's a suits above. Who knows? Oh, I believe this is okay. So Build a Rocket Boy, I believe is this is their first game, but I think the publisher is IO Interactive. I think. Yep, and that's the same guys that made like Hitman, and they're making the. Is that not? I think so, Liz. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. IO Interactive. Yeah, they're making the 007 game, they're making the Hitman game, and yeah, they're making MindsEye as well. Okay. I want to see a positive one. Honestly, I don't get all the bad reviews. Actually, I'm reading. Honestly, I don't get all the bad reviews. It runs fine for me. Everything turned up to max at 4K. I haven't had any crashes or bugs in this game. I haven't had any crashes or bugs. The game is in a lot better state than most other games come out these days. The graphics are good, the cutscenes are good, and the guns are a bit meh. But apart from that, overall it's quite a fun game. Okay, that's good. I did rent it. So wow, look at all these negative reviews. I did rent it from GameFly, so hopefully, when I play it, we'll see. we shall see if I like it and if I don't like it. But as you can see, the graphics look good. I don't see like anything wrong with the graphics. For me, it was just when I started seeing some gameplay, it was kind of all over the place, and they cut it in a way which felt. And the story seems really interesting. So on that, I'm looking forward to playing it when my gameplay comes in. But this should be an example of a way not to handle a release date. Really, one of the red flags when it comes to movies or games is not that the review embargo drops the day before. That's fine to me. Nintendo is notorious for dropping their review embargoes the day before, and most of the times it ends up being great. The Switch 2 didn't even send out. I don't know. No, I think they did, but there were no reviews for Switch 2 units before it came out. And then now that has come out, a lot of people really like it. Mario Kart has come out, no reviews before the game release, and a lot of people seem to really, really enjoying that. But the difference between the Switch 2 release and this release is that the Switch 2 was allowing people to play it a couple months before from all over the world. So people were able to get their hands on it. But this one, to me, it felt like they're purposely, in a way, trying to hide some things. But anyway, who knows? Maybe they could pull off a comeback like No Man's Sky or Cyberpunk, and maybe it might not be a pretty decent game in the end when they were able to fix it up. But then that really goes to show maybe they should delay it, because this is just not a great way to release a game. But I hope it's good. Maybe in the end it'll have a fan base, and I hope people enjoy it. Have you had the chance to try MindsEye yet? Do you like it? Or do you not like it? I've seen some people get their get a refund on it, but yeah. So we shall see. So I want to thank you all for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. And I'll talk to you next time. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And talk to you later. Bye, everybody.